Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Benry from awoodenturtle, and today I've got for you a battle against Jacob. And I really apologize for going more than a week without posting a video, but it's just school started and I really have no time. So let's get straight into the battle. I lead off with my Tyranitar. He leads with a Deoxys defense, goes for a taunt, and I go for the pursuit, expecting him to switch out, forgetting in that moment that Deoxys is always a suicide lead. So I'm forced to stay in, being taunted, knowing I can take him out, knowing he's going to stay in. I'm forced to allow him to get up rocks and one layer of spikes before I can use choice banded pursuit to take him out. So it goes up to his Politoed. There's going to be a little bit of weather war going on here. And I go out to my Rotom Wash expecting to take a Hydro Pump. Well, I can take any move he has, including the Focus Blast, which I hadn't really predicted, but whatever. So I get this burn, and this burn comes into play much later in the battle as he uses a Perish Song and goes out to Tentacruel. He predicts my Volt Switch and goes out to another Pokemon that will be hit super effectively by it. So it goes out to the Tentacruel here. Now he uses Protect probably because he thinks I'm choiced, and he thinks I've locked myself into Earth Power. So right now I predict him to go out into the Latios, but I forget that he has a Rotom Wash, and I reveal my Life Orb in hitting a Rotom Wash with an Hidden Power Ice. What are you going to do? So I go to my Jirachi. I get confused because this is a Rotom with Confuse Ray. You don't see that very often. But I can get up my Stealth Rocks anyway, break through the confusion, as he burns me with a Will-O-Wisp. Which really sucks because this is a para-flinching Jirachi, and it really loses its ability to stall effectively because you can't take anything out while dealing damage while burnt. So it comes out to the Tentacruel. I stay in, go for the Body Slam. I get paralyzed, but whatever. It's a Jirachi. There's a 60% chance for that to happen. Get the Wish Recovery back. And now right here I go for the Iron Head, even though he'll end up gaining HP this turn, just to see if I can trick him into protecting, thinking I'd stay in. But when I make my switch next turn, he gets paralyzed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Rotom Wash is in. I troll him a little bit with a Pain Split, and he sets up one layer of Toxic Spikes. Now, I Volt Switch again. He stays in. I don't know. It's super effective, right? It is super effective against Tentacruel, right? Whatever. So he rapid spins away my rocks, which really he has nothing that's hit that super effectively by them. So whatever. He doesn't protect as I go for a really hopefully obvious Earth Power. And now I go for Gravity. I don't know why I go for Gravity, but whatever. He kills my Landorus, and I go out to my Tyranitar to hit this normal Psychic with a Crunch for super effective damage, but I didn't remember because I haven't seen one of these in that much. I forgot that it can change into a fighting type that quickly, so I'm forced to switch out, take a close combat, which my Rotom Wash really doesn't want to take. Now it's in a predicament where I know I'm going to be outsped and I'm just going to die next turn to another Hidden Power Ice that he decides to use. So now I go out to my Terrakion. And this is one of those sub-Salic Swords Dance Terrakion. So I go for a sub just to troll away some of his defense and check to see if I outspeed, which is a stupid method of checking if you outspeed something, but it's effective. So he switches out, not what I was expecting, but then again he wants to keep his Meloetta alive, and he goes out to his Rotom Wash, and now his Rotom Wash is in the same predicament mine was. It's going to be outsped, take this close combat, and die. So now the poison damage puts me at a point where my Salic Berry activates. He brings back out the Meloetta, and I take it out with a close combat. He was expecting to resist it, with, I guess, the psychic type, but it neutralizes with normal's weakness to fighting. So he brings out this Politoed, and I go for a close combat. I deal an enormous amount of damage on Terekion's last turn, regardless of this Hydro Pump. And I go out to my Scarfed Keldeo, and my reasoning here was I'm going to lock myself into Icy Wind, take out this Politoed, hopefully, and kill the Latios, no questions. But he lives, gets a critical hit on the Hydro Pump, and takes out my Keldeo right as the Politoed dies to burn. So now I only have one option. I have to send out Jirachi, see what he locks himself into. It's a Surf. I take one, go for the Body Slam, and I get the Paralyze, and now the game is over. I go for an Iron Head just to troll some more damage onto him. He breaks through the Paraflinch, takes me out with a Surf, but I can send in Tyranitar and take him out with a Crunch because I outspeed him because I got him paralyzed. Oh my goodness, that was one of the greatest Pokemon battles I've had in my entire life. It was so epic. I felt confident the entire game, and then it got really down to the wire. There was so much tension, and I'm able to pull through a narrow victory with my new Tyranitar because I decided to try him out instead of Hippowdon on this team. That was beautiful. Okay, guys, see you next time. Keep watching my my Pokemon Showdown battles, and my Emerald Nuzlocke Randomizer LP. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have a solid posting schedule with all my school things, but whatever. I guess just stay tuned for them. They'll exist eventually. Okay, see you guys.